What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network of the Ice Barrier, and today's video I'm going to be doing, guys, I am going to be doing a prediction videos, and I'm going to predict what fighters, the characters that I would like to see in Street Fighter 6 in the year 4 pass predictions in 2026. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to be talking about, what characters do I like to see come in Street Fighter 6 as DLC in the year 4 pass in 2026 next year. So I know that we got the year 3 packs that came out earlier this year, but I want to do a prediction video for the year 4 pass for next year in 2026. Talk about what characters do I like to see come in Street Fighter 6. Of course, now in this video, when I do my prediction video, I'm going to not only talk about what characters that should return from the past Street Fighter games, but also I'm going to talk about new characters, like guest characters that I like to see join Street Fighter 6. So that's what I'm going to focus on, returning characters from Street Fighter from the past to come back, as well as some new characters as guest characters from other fighting games to come to Street Fighter 6's DLC. So that's the predictions I'm going to be doing. So let's not waste any time. So without further ado, let's get this Street Fighter 6 Year 4 Pass prediction started. So here we go, guys. Alright, guys, so I'm going to be doing the predictions for Street Fighter 6 DLC Year 4 Pass in 2026. So, and I know for a fact that we will be getting a Year 4 Pass next year in 2026. So I want to do my prediction this year in 2025, so that way, like I said, what characters do I want to see come to Street Fighter 6 as DLC. So we're going to get this started. Of course, Street Fighter 6 did came out 2 years ago in 2023. It came out for the PlayStation 4, which you can see I got the PlayStation 4 version of Street Fighter 6. It also came out for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, and Steam. And it also came out earlier this year in 2025 for the Nintendo Switch 2, the same day that the Nintendo Switch 2 came out on launch day. So I'm here to do these predictions now. We're going to see what characters that I want to see joining in Street Fighter 6 as DLC. So we're going to start off with the characters from the past Street Fighter games that I would like to see to return. And then after that, I'm going to do predictions about what guest characters do I like to see in Street Fighter 6. Now remember, the guest characters I'm going to be picking is the characters that are from other fighting game series to join. So we're going to get that started. So here we go. Alright, so let's start off with the characters from Street Fighter that I would like to see return. Alright, so first character I want to see is Boron. Now the reason I want Boron to come back is because I feel like there's a story I feel like they should do with him after what happened in Street Fighter 5. Now Boron, he was, one of the members of Shadaloo, and of course we all know what happened with M. Bison in Street Fighter 5, as you know. And ever since when Bison, which people thought at the time he was dead, but then we found out he was not dead, he was alive. But at the time, Shadaloo looked like they were done, after Bison's quote-unquote death that happened in Street Fighter 5. And by the way, Bison did came back in Street Fighter 6 as DLC. So let me bring this up before we continue. In the Year 1 pass, we have characters, we have 4 characters in that Year 1 pass. First, we have Rashim making his return to Street Fighter 5. Then we have Anki, who is a brand new character in joining Street Fighter 6. Then we have Ed making his return for Street Fighter 5. And Akuma also returning for Street Fighter 5. Then in the Year 2 pass, I mentioned M. Bison. He was making his return for Street Fighter 5. Then we have Terry, who is a guest character from Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. He's DLC new to Street Fighter 6. Then we have Mai, who is also from Fatal Fury, as a guest character making her debut in Street Fighter 6. And we also got Elena returning from Street Fighter 4. So, and of course, the Year 3 pass that we got earlier this year. First we have Sagat making his return from Street Fighter 5. Then we have C. Viper. She's also making her return from Street Fighter 4. I know she was a cameo in Street Fighter 5, but she was playable in Street Fighter 4 and not Street Fighter 5. Yes, she made a cameo appearance in Street Fighter 5, but she was a playable character in Street Fighter 4, and she was not a playable character in Street Fighter 5, so that's why I said Street Fighter 4 was her last game as a playable character. Then we have Alex making his return from Street Fighter V. And then we have a character that is very underrated, and it's been a long time since we see her. We got Ingrid making her return from Street Fighter 3. So we're going to get this started. So back to what I was saying about Boron. So Boron's the first character. I feel like they could tell a story with him, like, you know, what is Boron has been doing, what's he doing after what happened with Shadaloo in Street Fighter 5, you know, all that stuff. Maybe he's probably, you know, collecting all the money that he's been getting, you know, maybe he's beating some people up, you know. Of course, Boron is this fighter, boxer, you know, inspired by Mike Tyson and all that stuff. Like, a lot of people say that Boron is the Mike Tyson of Street Fighter. And, you know, he's pretty cool and all that stuff. I feel like they could have told a story about, you know, the aftermath, like what happened with Boron after Shadaloo was demise, or quote unquote demise, as I like to say. They could tell like a story there, but I would like to see him come back, you know, as DLC. You know, it'll be pretty interesting what he could do and stuff. So yeah, that's all I can say about Boron. All right, so the next character I would like to see return is Vega. Just like with Boron, I think Vega is another character that I feel like they could tell a story with him. You know, like the aftermath, what happened after Shadaloo was eradicated, and quote unquote eradicated. Like to see him come back. Maybe they could tell a story about him, because I remember in Street Fighter V when they did in the story mode, after, you know, Bison was defeated and quote unquote people thought he was dead, well, dead at the time, which we all know that he survived. They should tell a story about him, because I remember when, after that happened, Vega took off the mask and just threw it in the wind. And after what happened with Bison and Shadaloo was defeated, he doesn't no longer need that mask anymore. He just threw it away. He still got that claw though, but they could tell like a story about, like, you know, what happened with him after Shadaloo was eradicated and, you know, defeated, you know, and, you know, tell like a story, what's he been doing, what is going on with him, what's he doing on his own, what is going on with him, you know, just like what happened with Boron. So I think they could tell a story like that with Vega, but it would be pretty interesting to see Vega come back, you know. Now Vega, I'm gonna be honest, he's not one of my favorite characters. He's pretty annoying, especially playing in Street Fighter 2. But at the same time, I think it makes a total lot of sense if he could come back as DLC, and they could tell a story about, you know, what's he up to and stuff like that. But it would be great. He's not one of my favorite characters, but I don't mind him coming back. I think there's a chance he could come back as DLC. Alright, so next character that I would like to see return to Street Fighter, probably go with Sakura. Now, the reason why I think Sakura should return is because I feel like they could tell more stories about her. Of course, her last appearance was in Street Fighter V, so I think we should see her come back. I mean, I would like to see Sakura come back. You know, her, you know, getting kind of old, you know, getting a little older now, being more like an adult. Maybe they could tell a story. Maybe talking about, you know, about her story, about, you know, thinking about, you know, people getting old, thinking about having family and stuff like that. I mean, they could tell a story about Sakura, you know. Hey, I know her friend Blanka is in Street Fighter 6. You know, that, I mean, hey, I don't mind having Sakura joining Street Fighter 6, you know, DLC. I would like to see her come. They could tell a story about, you know, what she's been up to. You know, she's an adult now. What is going on with her? Does she still want to continue to fight? Does she find the answers that she's trying to look for? I mean, there's like so many stories that can come up with her, so I think I would like to see her come back. I mean, she's actually a pretty fun character to play. I would like to see Sakura come back. So yeah. Another character I also like to see return to Street Fighter 6 as DLC is Dan. And Dan is also friends, you know, with Sakura and Blanka. But yeah, I would like to see Dan come back. You know, what's he up to? Is he still trying to, you know, find his ways to get stronger and all that stuff, trying to prove Dallas wrong? They could tell a story about, you know, what he's been up to. You know, I would like to see that. I think it would be pretty cool to see Dan back. I mean, he is a funny comedy character, and, you know, he's pretty good too. He's actually funny, you know. I actually like Dan. Yeah, I would like to see him come back. I think he'll be really good, and if they tell a story with him about, you know, him returning, I would like to see him come back. Let's see, what other characters I want to see returning. You know, I would like to see, there's like other characters out of this, especially ones that we haven't seen in a long time. I would like to see Sodam. Yeah, I would like to see Sodam to come back. Now, if you don't know who Saddam is the character from Street Fighter 3. He's from Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha 3. Street Fighter Alpha 3. That was the last time. So Saddam, I would like to see him come back. I feel like he's one of those underrated. There's like so many characters in Street Fighter Under 3 that we have not seen return in a long time. So far we got Ingrid. We know Ingrid is coming back in Street Fighter 6, so I'm definitely looking forward as her when she comes out in the year 3 pass next year in 2026. I'm looking forward to playing as her. But there's like so many other characters. I think Saddam is another one of those characters from Street Fighter Under who's kind of forgotten. We haven't seen in a long time. I think he should come back. Another character I like to see come back. He's also from Street Fighter Alpha 3 is Eagle. He's the character I think from the UK. And he has this catchphrase called what was that catchphrase he always said? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. But Eagle, he's the character from Street Fighter Alpha 3. I mean, they could tell a story with him and stuff. I think the catchphrase was called "The Show Must Go On." Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. I mean, the way he said it was funny. He goes like this: "The show must go on." So, I mean, I can't say it the same way he did, but yeah, that's his catchphrase. He's the character, the one that says "The show must go on." And he's also one of those underrated characters from Street Fighter Alpha 3. I would like to see him come back as DLC. I think they could do something with him. Another character I would like to see come back in Street Fighter 6 as DLC. I would say let's go with Adon. So yeah, now Adon, his last appearance was in Street Fighter 4. He has a pretty good rivalry with Sagat. I mean, hey, Sagat made his return as DLC in Street Fighter 6. I think they could do the same with him. Now, Adon, like I said, his last appearance in Street Fighter 4. I mean, they could tell more story about, does he want to continue to try to be obsessed with Sagat ever since he lost to Sagat? I mean, they could tell a story there, because he wants to prove himself to Sagat that he's the better man than him. So, Adon is one of those underrated characters. I would like to see him come back. That would be great, too. Another Street Fighter character I like to see come back is Feng Long. I would like to see Feng Long come back. I mean, he's one of those. He looks like, he is basically the Bruce Lee of Street Fighter. He's a fighter slash movie star. His last appearance was in Street Fighter 4, but I would like to see Feng Long come back. I do like Feng Long because he's actually a pretty cool fighter, a pretty cool character to play. He does remind me of Bruce Lee, but I would love to see him come back. I mean, they could tell a story, if he's still around, maybe he's doing like movies and stuff. I think that'd be great too. Another character I like to see come back, I would say Poison. Her last appearance was in Street Fighter 5. I would like to see Poison back, what she's been up to, all that stuff. I would like to see it. She's actually one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter. I would like to see her. There's like so many fighters I would like to see come back. Let me see if I could think about some other ones. I mean, he's not one of my favorites. I would say Hugo. Maybe he can come back. Who else? Maybe DiCaprio. I mean, DiCaprio is in Street Fighter 6, but not as a playable character, but she's, as a cameo appearance. But I would like to see her come back as a playable character. I know some people don't like her. I actually do like DiCaprio. I thought she's pretty interesting. I mean, she is the twin sister, Cammy, so I think it makes sense. I mean, yeah, her last appearance as a playable character, not counting cameo, was Street Fighter 4. She was in Street Fighter 5 as a cameo appearance, and like I said, she's a cameo appearance in Street Fighter 6. But I do like to see her come back as a playable character as DLC for Street Fighter 6. I think they should bring her back. Another character to come back. I would say Makoto. I think Makoto is the female character. Her last appearance was Street Fighter 4. I mean, I would like to see her come back. That would be cool if she could come back. Let's see who else. I would say maybe the Evil Ryu. I would like to see Evil Ryu come back. I mean, as DLC. Maybe that would be cool as well. They could tell more stories about Evil Ryu. Maybe Vylon, another character, Vylon Ken. Hey, they could bring Vylon Ken back. I mean, that would be cool too if they do that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the Street Fighter characters that I would like to see. Is DLC. So now we're gonna move on to guest characters that I would like to see as DLC. So do keep in mind, guys, this is for the guest characters that I would like to see joining Street Fighter 6. They're all from other fighting games. So let's start off with Tekken. So I would like to see maybe Kazuya Mishima. I think that would be great if he can join in. Maybe Jin Kazama. I think Jin Kazama would be great. Hey, I mean, in Tekken 7, they got Street Fighter's Akuma in the game, so hey, it would be fair if we have a Tekken character joining Street Fighter's DLC. Heihachi Mishima, that's another character I'd like to see. Maybe Link Xiaoyu. I think Xiaoyu will be another character I'd like to see. Asuka Kazama could be good. Lily could be good as well. I mean, I can see those characters. I can also see Eddie Gordo. Maybe Eddie Gordo could join in too. That would be cool too if they could do that. I mean, let's see how that goes. Another fighting game series. Probably go with Fatal Fury. So I know we have Terry in mind. I think we could see more. I like to see Geese Howard. I think Geese Howard would be good as DLC. Especially with the partnership between SNK and Capcom with the guest characters and stuff. I think Geese could be another guest character I would like to see. Another character from Fatal Fury, I would say Andy Bono, who is Terry's brother. I think he would be great too. I would like to see him join the Street Fighter 6. So yeah, that's about it. What else? Maybe characters from Injustice series. You know, I mean, I know that series is underrated, like the Injustice 1 and 2. I mean, we could do that. Maybe like having like Superman or Batman, maybe Supergirl, Wonder Woman. Hey, I wouldn't mind them too. Maybe the Ninja Turtles. I mean, we got the Ninja Turtles in Injustice 2. You know, I mean, that would have been cool. We got the Ninja Turtles being playable characters in Street Fighter 6. That would be cool too. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's gotta be it for the guest characters. Yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, that's all I can say, guys. So those are my predictions. So, you know, all I can say. So that's gonna be it. So let me just wrap this up. And there's one thing I want to say before we end this video. So let me just switch back to the camera, and I'll see you all in a few seconds. Okay, alright everybody, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed me doing my predictions for what characters do I want to see as DLC in Street Fighter 6, the Year 4 pass in 2026 next year. So, like I said, as soon as we're done with Street Fighter 3's Year 3 pass, because remember, Sagat and Crimson, so Sagat already came out earlier this year in the summer. In the next couple months, we will be getting Crimson Viper. She's going to be coming out later this year in 2025. And in 2026, in early and late spring, we're going to get Alex and we're going to get Ingrid. And then once those characters come out, then that will be it for the Year 3 pass of Street Fighter 6. So, and of course, there's no doubt that we will be getting a Year 4 pass once the Year 3 pass is done by next year in 2026. So, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy my predictions. So don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe, and post your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about my predictions about what characters you know, that I like to see in the Year 4 pass in Street Fighter 6. And also I want to hear your predictions, guys. What fighters do you want to see as DLC in the Year 4 pass in Street Fighter 6? It could be any character, it could be returning characters, it could be guest characters, like characters from another fighting series to join in. Let me know. Give your thoughts and opinions on it in the comment section below. That's gonna be for this video. So this is Domingo Hero Network of the Ice Bear. All I can say is take care. Have a good day. Goodbye, everyone. And Domingo Hero Network of the Ice Bear is signing out. Peace.